Hello, and welcome to SCP Tower Defense. This was a recommendation from a few of you guys, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Looking at what we have here already, I am kind of disappointed. I'm not looking forward to it. It looks like UI slop, and so I'm just gonna be honest how I see it. But starting off, it doesn't look that great. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out. The way it's presented, it doesn't look all too good. Priority missions, we got elevators. We've got a shop over here for dailies and skins. Badges, quite a lot of them. A battle pass. I remember that one in the SCP universe. Yeah, who could have forgot? This looks like absolute garbage, you guys. Who recommended this? Get more. Purchase currency. Starter pack. Game passes. Holy crap. The goddamn get more and store are connected to each other. Why do you need two separate buttons? Here's all of our towers. Tickle monster, what happened to him? Daily. Deal trillion damage with D class. That's alright. Surprisingly, this is like the only tower defense game that hasn't modernized and have a big giant play button or matchmaking button on the front of the screen. Let's take a look at priority mission. I don't know what this is, but I would imagine maybe... No, level 50. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say maybe it's a sense of progression. It doesn't seem so anymore, so I guess we're going here. Just go into this. When it comes to the different modes, we have Breach, Calamity, XK class, and ZK class. Just gonna go with Breach and see how it goes since we're new here. Skip, yeah, I'd like to skip. I know I'm just spamming, but it's fine. It's completely fine. How does this work? We can send a missile, apparently. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. We have targeting, we got selling, we got upgrading, we got the different units. Quite a lot of space down here for what looks to be 2 different abilities and 5 total units. We have quests over here. This is kind of odd. Was quests in the main menu? I don't remember quests being in the main menu. I remember this quest being in the main menu, but not these. So I don't know how we would see this before getting into a match, but I'll double check. For the most part, this just seems like a normal tower defense, just reskinned for the SCP theming and universe. We've got basic one-path upgrading, basic stats. It doesn't look like we have anything too complex. No health, no statuses so far. We've just got basic zombies, fast zombies, and tough zombies. The doctor has breached. Can he breach a missile barrage? The other guy can't. Okay, there are statuses, I guess, but I don't know what the hell the symbol is. It looks like mobility or support. There's particles on him, but I don't know. Ah, it's mobility. It has to be. That's a 7, and these guys are faster. Yeah, that's oh, that's weird, actually. The symbol is mobility, but the statuses are on the right-hand side. They're labeled as tags. Okay, completely different. I thought the symbols were going to be statuses, but no, as you can see here, these guys have a movement speed of 5. We've got a bunch of different units here, but they're all the same. They're just zombies with different various walk speeds. That's about it. You're a shy guy. If you ever wanted to know what he does, he walks fast. Whoever placed these mountains really sucks. What am I supposed to do with this? E-class personnel. I'll be real with you. I don't think the old man looks like that, does he? I don't remember him looking like that. All right, we're on the final round, and that's about it. That's the entirety of the game. Well, at least for easy mode, it is. Easy mode brings out all of these guys, and that's all. This is the final boss, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what he is, but he does stun, so that's something at least, you know? That's kind of good. We like when games have mechanics. I don't know what that did other than stun all of these guys for like half a second, but that's pretty cool. That was it. That was indeed it. All right, double checking, and we've got badges, but we don't have quest anywhere. Yeah, no quests. Now that we have 720, we could buy a sight guard. There's a favoriting system, or what is up with this? There's evolving. Okay, evolving's actually pretty cool. That's cool. All right, we're going to Calamity because I want to see something actually unique rather than just the same gameplay over and over. So that is the plan there. I would like a 9-tailed fox here. I would like one more here if I can. Oh, I can! I'm gonna be real with you. I've kind of zoned out and I'm just putting these snipers everywhere because of the map layout. Okay, I will admit there's a few cool things here. These shadow children kind of dash through our defenses, which is pretty cool. Can he not see? I don't think he can see. It's called meme tick detection. That's the status? Alright, I think we die here to Shy Guy because he's considered a meme. And the only ones that can shoot memes are D-class for some reason. So that's about it. The question becomes, is there anything else that we can see or do? The answer might not surprise you, but it's a resounding no. There's quite literally nothing else we can do here. It's just you go into an elevator, you do a match, you pick from the 4 modes, and that's about it. I did notice this. There's a modifier elevator. Haunted is the current modifier. Let's check this out, I guess. We've already beat this map, so it should be fine, you know? So we'll just figure out what that is. I think this is just normal? Yeah, I think it's just faster. You just get a few more rewards for it being faster. Who wouldn't play this normally is my question. Dude, he's invisible because he's got meme. He's the only reason I lose is because there's this stupid status called meme. The only unit with it is this one and this one with further upgrades. SCP Tower Defense. Why am I blinking? Good game, bad game is bad game. I don't like it. It's alright. If you have nothing else to play, sure, try it, check it out. I hope you enjoy it. It's basic as hell is what I would describe it as. It's just going for the gimmick. But even after the gimmick, it's kind of lost its plot because we've got silly mercenary and we've got Squid Game. And we got a pirate over here. I hope you enjoy this one. This one's not for me. Alright, next game is going to be Doomspire Defense. We got update log. We've got 2 types of currencies. I've apparently played this before, but I don't remember anything about it. Taking a look at the only button accessible, we've got towers, cosmetics, updates, dailies, and dictionary. Map bonuses today. It seems like there's nothing. Towers are sorted into 4 different types: starters, intermediates, advanced, and exclusive. Dictionary? Tags, OST, traits, and enemies. Okay, there's a lot of traits. I would have to imagine enemies are going to be filled out as we come across them. We'll go to base play. Oh, there's a lot of modifiers. This is pretty cool. Difficulty, enemies are a little bit faster. Stay hydrated. Interesting. We'll just go with no modifiers for now. Green, easy. Upgrades are simple. We've just got single path upgrades. There's a few keybinds here and there, which is quite nice. This one has armor. But overall, yeah, this is kind of what I expected. Just a very, very basic tower defense. So far, it looks that way. However, it does have modifiers and traits, so I'm kind of curious to see if we'll find anything off of our first visit here. They're invisible! Our first status, and it's a common one. This is also pretty cool. Our unit goes from a slingshot to a crossbow and gets piercing damage now. So that's pretty neat. Also, Balloon Boy is a flying enemy. Wow. Okay. This game actually does have some pretty cool details. Our little balloon friend up here is a flying enemy, and by the looks of it, only our crossbow can reach them at the moment. Okay, this is our first boss, a Dragon Slayer, and he applies stun, I have to assume. Also, that regenerator regened all of his health back. Now that the regenerator is dealt with, we should be fine. We just have to get him after he completes the entire course. It'll take a moment. I assure you. Oh, okay. Well, he's still over there. What? What is this guy? Apparently you can have bosses still mid-match. Okay, the boss is pretty much dead. There we go. And now we just got these guys, but they shouldn't be a problem. We have a new enemy. He rides a raptor. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, this game is kind of surprising with its balance. It's really pushing the player to the limit, at least a new player to the limit, with the amount of units that you can place alongside the different range, damage outputs, and the quantity of enemies and their own health and statuses. This is actually good. Alright, it's been a moment, but I got all of these guys upgraded, and we have these now. These are gladiators and archers, and they apply stun. So it is getting a little annoying, but it's not bad. We're managing. Final wave. Oh, that's our boss fight. I don't know if we're gonna win this one. He's got 10,000 HP. But I am hoping. What is he doing? What? Okay, hold on. That's pretty cool. I will admit, that's cool. That might be bad. Might be bad for me. He's doing tricks and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about our situation of enemies. A lot of these guys can reach over here, so I'm not too worried about these ones. I'm worried about that one. I'm gonna let him go through and we'll just see what reaches and what doesn't reach. He's gonna make it. He isn't gonna go back. Yeah, he's not gonna go back. Alright, that's it. That's pretty cool, I have to admit. That is most definitely pretty cool. I'm a little bit curious. We'll add on 2 of these for faster enemies and then 1-8. You know what? We'll only add 1. We'll add 1. You know what? Why wouldn't I do yellow normal? What's the worst that could happen, right? We're doing yellow normal for a paycheck. We're not actually here to win. We're just trying to see how much we can get out of this. Our economy is in shambles, but we're kind of making it with the power of numbers, so we'll manage, maybe. I really wish I could see what statuses these guys have, because I don't know if they have invisibility seeking or if they've got flight targeting, whichever it may be, but you know. Alright, there we go. For 3 minutes, 90 bricks is very good. You can do some interesting cheese here. Surprisingly, that was enough for us to get Sword Master. Reset Mastery. What is Mastery? Mastery. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. You can get passives or benefits for them. That is really cool. Alright, that's gonna be it for this one. Here's what I think of it up here with a brief summary. It's a basic game with some pretty interesting mechanics attached to it. Passives for all the towers, through the means of the mastery system. The modifications, the maps are simple. It's a straightforward game. It's nice and easy going. I actually like this one quite a bit. I would recommend giving it a try if you're looking for something basic and fun. Hello, and welcome to Dummy Defense. This is a game that was recommended, and we're going to be checking it out. Starting off, we got daily rewards. Right off the bat, here is the shop, and we've got a bunch of different units here. We've got emotes, we've got enemies, we've got codes, quests. There's quite a lot. There's, wow, cool. Permanent quests, daily quests, and weekly quests. I'd take that back. There's a little bit more by the looks of it. They've got AFK zone, leaderboard, credits, and skins. Or at least they plan on adding it. Ah, there it is. Now that we're actually in a match, we've got all of these. And is that it? No, there's a few more. There's 10 total maps. Here's the difficulty. Oh, or I think? I'm not sure because they're teams, so I guess we're going there. And then it looks like there's modifiers over here on the right-hand side. Okay, I think we're gonna do some backline defense given the setup of this. We've got 2 little snipers here. We're just waiting out for these ones to reach over here, and then we should be good. When it comes to upgrades, we've got a basic 1-path upgrade system, so we'll just upgrade these. Here is our other unit, just a basic dummy compared to the sniper. There is a multi-placement keybind, which is really, really cool. All right, it's been a while, but here's our first boss, and I'm not sure if we can call him a boss. He's just got 150, but there is a huge wave of enemies, and we do have some special ones here, such as the flying ones. Oh, apparently one of these guys heals. This one heals. That's a little frightening. Overall, the gameplay is really slow. Like, there's a huge wave of enemies, but it's not like the previous game, where the previous game had a good amount of balance for the difficulty with the waves of enemies and the units that you're currently given. This one's more like a spam and feel like you're doing something, when in actuality, all of the enemy health bars are incredibly low. The special units are pretty cool, like the healing one, but it doesn't make sense that it does a healing effect behind it when it's the same walk speed as all of the others pretty much, so it's really doing nothing to benefit the other enemies. Maybe it would do way better if it placed medkits further up, or if I had placed units over here, so then it would always be in the front. But even so, the DPS I have got with my current units is overwhelming the enemies regardless. What I'm getting at is the balance isn't really feeling all that good here. Here's the next boss, and it's like a commander, it's a summoner, and he barely does anything. He summons these guys. Okay, here's an interesting one. This one has stun and a defense amount for status. I don't know if it means it's stun immune or if it does stun to our units. Regardless, it's not going to be all that good. Okay, the defense is a little bit annoying. Oh, he gets a sword out. Okay, this one's actually pretty cool. I thought he was going to slash and stun my units, but no, the charge ability is pretty cool. The game is kind of interesting. It's more like a boss rush in a weird way, because they threw out a bunch of these guys with health bars, and speaking about that, that's the newest one right here. He's got 2 different hats on. Anyways, he's got a huge amount of HP compared to the previous ones, and that's about it. Here's the next one that the game is introducing. It's a very fast unit. I'm not going to call them bosses anymore. I will admit the auto max upgrade is pretty cool. Check this out. We toggle this one on and then we press upgrade and then it just completely sends it. Interesting. Rocketeer noob. I guess he might be a boss? I'm not sure. He's got 8,000 HP. Here he is. Quite a big lad. Yeah, it looks like we're still good here. I'm gonna be real with you, I've kind of just tabbed out of the game for the past few waves. Like, the game's good, but as mentioned, it's slow as hell. There's a cinematic! I don't know who this guy is, but he's probably the boss, right? Yeah, he's probably the boss. What's up with the guy? Did you see him? Alright, so this is it. All of these enemies. We got one of these big guys here as well, and here is the final boss. Kill towers. So there's actually an ability to kill towers in this game. Alright, I take it back. We should be concerned. Well, that's a little bit unfair for easy mode, isn't it now? That's crazy for easy mode. You go from the most boring and slow-paced games to just wiping out a player's full army. That balance is crazy. Is it good balance? Probably not. Well, okay, I guess I don't want to win, actually. Given that this is the gimmick for an easy mode boss, yeah, I'll skip on winning. I don't really care. Alright, I have one regret in life, and that is not losing sooner, because holy crap, we've been here for a moment and it's still going on. You might be wondering, why not just kill the boss or fight the boss? Well, that's because there's a thing of balance and fairness. The boss on easy mode, wiping out an entire army of a new player, does not seem the most fair, so I don't really care if we win or lose regardless, but overall this feels like a pretty big time sink and waste at this point, given how slow they move, how lengthy it has been, and the basic unfair ability that the easy mode, might I add, boss is supposed to be like. It's cool if he killed like a few, but not half of my army in the span of like 2 minutes. I'm saying roughly 2 minutes because I don't know the actual estimate, but you get the point, you know? All right, after that, we've got this. If you want the highest amount of bricks, you would go to something like that one. Something like this should give you a good amount as well. All right, so we're just going to be seeing the same stuff over and over until we actually beat it, so I'm not really looking forward to it. All right, yeah, we're going to be waiting a while. All right, I think I'm giving up on this game. It is incredibly slow. I know I chose this map, and I know I chose that particular spot, but the grind actually might not be worth it. The game is incredibly basic just to give you an unfair boss fight for easy mode difficulty. And I pretty much saw everything that we could. If this game interests you for the difficulty of the boss fight and potential gimmicks that later difficulties and modes have, I would recommend checking it out. But for me, it's way too slow. Up above, I'll have the score and what I think about the game, but overall, it's a pretty basic game with some weird balance. The late game looks pretty promising in some of the features that it'll have, but other than that, it's pretty much just a waiting simulator at the beginning. Welcome to Ammo Tower Defense. I've never heard of this game before, but it's apparently supposed to be a difficult game, and one of you guys recommended it, so I'll be checking it out. We've got a shop. And by the looks of it, there's only a few towers. We got skins. We've also got packs. Oh, they're in a work in progress. As for settings, it's pretty basic, but there's a good amount here. Pressing play, we have a few options. However, 2 of them are a work in progress, and there's a send feedback option. Alright, after clicking on campaign, we are here and we got a bunch of missions, but I guess right here is where they're still developing, if they are. I'm not too sure about the progress of the game, but let's begin. And here we are. I don't know why we have a suit of armor, but let's figure this out. Okay, this is really interesting and slightly frightening, but we only got 3 tower slots. We've got dedicated spots on the map for them. And we've got a currency down here, enemy amount, towers, health, and that's about it. When it comes to upgrades, we have a basic one-path upgrade system, all of the stats we need, and some more additional information here for the following upgrades. Here's our first unit that is different from the basic enemies, and he's got a gun. The gun stuns our towers, so it's nothing too much to worry about. By what it looks like, we don't have any health bar or any death kind of mechanic in this game, so I think we're good. Here's our first special enemy with a trait, and he has armor. These guys move very, very quickly, have a small amount of armor, and that's about it. Apparently the lights went out. I don't know what's up. Maybe the boss is here? It's wave 10, so it would make sense. Here's the boss, is what I'm going to be assuming. 1000 HP. Red eyes, all frightening like. But honestly, as a little tutorial, not bad. It's pretty basic. It gets the job done. It's quick as well. So I'm pretty happy with it. Ah, never mind. Maybe this is the boss? They're back? What's back? That's pretty cool. We have some summons approaching. Okay, these guys are decayed dummies, and there's a bunch of them. But we should be fine. We've got summons over here. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, here's the boss with 25,000. 25,000 might be a little bit more than I had hoped or thought. I think our DPS is pretty good. He's like vomiting or something. I don't know what he's doing. He's summoning. Yeah, this one isn't too bad. We're already at 7,000. This should be a nice and easy win for us. There we go. This game is reminding me more and more of Tower Galactica for its progression and story system. which is pretty cool. Just a little bit interesting why we got this suit of armor on. We got Pistolier and Knife Man. The names are very silly. This is honestly pretty easy, so I'm just gonna upgrade this one in fear. I mean, I could upgrade that one. He throws a knife, and if they're in range, he stabs them. That's actually pretty cool. Games don't usually have this for like a starter tower at all. We got a corrupted giant, we got more corrupted raiders, one more giant, and that's about it. Weirdly enough, this game is too easy. Like, you can just speed through and continuously press skip, and it works fine. The movement and the pacing is alright. So I really don't have a complaint when it comes to slowness. It's a complaint of lack of interest. A lot of these enemies are just health bars, which is something that I mention a lot in a bunch of these videos. But this one really does take the cake for only being health bars. Due to it, there's really nothing to worry about. This is our first concern, but that's because of their fast movement. But even so, they die so quickly at this part in the match we've got going on right here. We have nearly 100,000, and so I'm just maxing out everything. I don't know why we got 100,000. I do not know how we got 100,000, but we have 100,000. And so this is definitely leaning on the side of a story campaign progression type of setup rather than your typical tower defense game, which isn't bad. That's pretty cool. There's not that many as far that I am aware of, so it's nice to see another one. I think I won. Right here, it mentions we've been rewarded with 18 XP and 10 gems. What can we do with that exactly? If we go into the shop, oh no. Okay, it doesn't seem like we're getting a tower anytime soon. If you are curious about the other modes, you unlock them through progression. So you don't have to complete the entire campaign. You just have to complete some of it, mission 5, and then you can get this game mode. When it comes to special missions, you need 66 waves and endless, so there is stuff to do. Other than that, this one's kind of like a field trip is what I would describe it as. It's a quick, short, simple, sweet, basic tower defense game that's still in progress, as far as what it looks like at least, with a focus on story, which is pretty cool. It's not going to be the most interesting or complex type of game, but it's pretty basic and gets the job done. All right, welcome to Tower Frenzy. Okay, good to know. You guys can't hear it, but my eardrums are shattering with how loud the music is. Right off the bat, we've got a shop. This is our inventory. We've got towers here, and then we also have items. None at the moment, but this is where they would go. When it comes to quests, we've got some dailies. Achievements are over here, and an event shop, so that's pretty cool. There's cake over there. I'm assuming we just hop into these, no? Difficulty-wise, we've got 3 of them. We'll go on to easy, check it out, and see how the game plays. Despite being the only player, we had to wait out the full timer. There wasn't like a start or ready up option. This is reminding me of Tower Blitz a little bit. The map, at least. I've got no idea what this music is, so I'm gonna have to mute this section. Gameplay-wise, it's really basic. 1 path upgrades, and God knows what the stats are, because they've decided to make the stats incredibly small instead of using the giant empty space next to the unit. Look at this, the zombies are floating. I've never noticed that in a game, but this one, you can immediately tell that they're floating. The game so far has everything that you would expect. We've got invisible units, we've got tough units, we've got fast units, we've got slow units, and we've got whatever the hell this is. This is a slime, apparently, and it just looks like a health bar. Oh, it does summons! Okay, this game's kind of cool. It had something that I did not expect to see. Something pretty cool. I completely missed it, but that's so weird. Check this out. We do a few upgrades, and then there's a dual path upgrade for like the final, I guess? Choose path. The first one gives us that weapon with a faster fire rate, and the second path gives us those weapons with double the damage. That's interesting. That's pretty cool as well. We've got a healer. The healer was frontlining, which is unfortunate, but that's cool. I was curious about this, and it's apparently a fast forward, unlock timescale. You need keys. What was that? Dynamite, he blows up. That's cool. Check that out, it's a stun. And then we got this big guy over here. All right, here's the final wave. There wasn't really all that much else interesting, but that's what we're going up against. I was gonna say, it looks like the boss doesn't do anything, but there we go. He's got like a little wind trail and moves faster, and that's about it, to be quite honest. From that win, we get a few coins, experience. I would imagine this is for the event, and I've got no idea what that crate is. This crate is apparently a common drop, a basic drop. Tap to see what's inside. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, it has an upgrade mechanic? 200 coins. I mean, that's not bad, actually. That's pretty cool. That is genuinely a pretty cool mechanic. I could buy this one now. We'll do one more map and we'll check out the other mode. All right, we're going to be trying out Void and we'll see how it goes. Here's the first enemies we're going to be going up against that are new. They are called Void and they're pretty fast but low HP. It's been a few waves, but we got these really cool enemies now along with a medic back here. These will break apart similar to the slimes and release new units after them. And they're pretty fast, so that's very surprising. There they are. Here's another new enemy. This is the Void Walker, and he's kind of tough. He's got resistances and whatnot. We have some interesting characters here, and I'm a little bit concerned this may be our end. I don't know how, but all you need to survive a very long time is a bunch of these guys, and that's about it. Alright, final wave. This is what we're starting with, and that's a boss. The DPS that we have is good and high enough to where I don't think I need to worry at all. The only thing I need to worry about is how slow he's moving. You gotta admit, that's pretty slow. I think the main problem I'm going to have is retaining DPS because he's already out of range for a good amount of these units here. So the game actually does have a feature like that, surprisingly. You hover over to upgrade. It doesn't have a quick sell, but it does have a quick upgrade mechanic like so. Oh, it does have a quick sell. It's a different keybind though, compared to what it is when you open up the menu. That's weird. And we did it! He's at 400 HP. I can celebrate early. Our reward is 600, 200 XP, 80 of those, and 2 of those. Honestly, for how the game is structured, it's pretty alright. It's really forgiving, easy, somewhat fast-paced. It isn't the slowest thing in the world, it's alright. However, the one issue is right here. The main variety of the game is going to be the different maps. When it comes to different game modes, the only things you have are the 3 difficulties alongside events. Other than that, it's super easygoing progression, to be quite honest. Don't get me wrong though, the game is pretty solid. It's got some pretty unique ideas and different enemies that you can encounter, but yeah, it's solid and super easy. If you're looking for a game to try out, I'd recommend giving this one a shot if you don't want anything too complex and just want to dive into a game. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you to everyone who suggested games. All of the links are gonna be down below in the description, so if you want to check them out. If you are looking for other games to play, check out my channel. I upload a ton of content, so hopefully you'll find something new and fun to play. Leave a comment down below if there's a game that you would like me to try out. But that's gonna be all for this video, and I will see ya.